Is there too much downward pressure on Polkadot right now? And is it going to keep falling? I think I've got an answer for you right now. This is the daily chart we're looking at on Polkadot. I want to start by looking at the technical analysis from one of my favorite tools, that is tradingview.com. We'll look at their dot technical analysis. We'll start on the daily time frame. Here's the disclaimer. Be sure to read the disclaimer. You can find that in the description of this video as well. On the 1 day, we're showing a neutral. Oscillators are a sell with moving average as a buy. That's a short-term time frame. 1 week is showing a buy. Oscillator is neutral with moving average as a strong buy. And on the month, we're seeing a neutral with oscillators a sell and moving averages a buy. Across crypto, though, I do believe we have a problem in the short term. When I mean short term, I mean over the next few days slash weeks, maybe month. I don't know. Well, I'm take away the maybe month. I don't know. But in the near term, short term, I think we've got a situation in crypto that is going to cause us some downward pressure. I'm not talking long term crypto. I am long. I am bullish for crypto in the long term. Talking short term, next few days or weeks. Let's look at the chart for DOT. What we have is this fantastic run up. Well, this isn't the run up. This is the run up from October to December. Got almost to 10. 9.6 is about what we tapped. This high happened sometime in December, toward the end of December. We all saw crypto go up, and we were very happy to see that. But January has not been kind to crypto, and it seems to be getting unkinder. Dot, as you can see, after it made this high, started making a low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, and so far a lower high. With today, we're showing a big red candle down to this 7.3 level. So what we're seeing after the high is lower lows and lower highs, which is an absolute description of a downtrend. This day right here, January 3rd, was the Bitcoin flush. That's when Bitcoin was about 45,000. It looked like everything was going to be moving up for a brand new year, and Bitcoin was going to continue up. And then we had these unsubstantiated rumors. Here was the 3rd of January with Bitcoin breaking 45,000. Then we had these unsubstantiated rumors that the ETFs were going to be denied by the SEC, and Bitcoin flushed from 45,000 down to 41,000. Over time, Bitcoin regained those losses and even had a great day right before the ETFs were approved. The ETFs were approved on this day, and we have since spiked and fallen dramatically. That's the problem we have across crypto right now. This was the Bitcoin flush. This is how DOT reacted. It was a pretty good fall on January 3rd. It continued to fall and rebounded as Bitcoin rebounded and as the ETFs were approved. But as you can see, we are falling down. This level right here, from about 7.3 to 7.6 or so, I had identified previously as being an important level. The reason it was important is because it took price a little bit of time to get through it on these days right here. Eventually it broke through that level nicely, came back down and tested it, and then went back up. And then this level has served as some kind of support slash resistance, whichever way price was going. It did break through, then it went back up, and now we're wrestling right here. This is an important level for DOT. If we give up this level, we're going to continue falling. Now, this green line is also an important green line. Let me step out on that. That's a Fibonacci level. The Fibonacci level I drew from the swing low in October to the very high. I like to use this line. It's a 0.618 line that is found in the Fibonacci's that kind of indicates to me whether a trend has turned or not. Of course, this was a fantastic uptrend, and if price has already gone below that level once during the Bitcoin flush and the fallout of that, it has gone back above that green line, and now we're challenging that line again at 7.3. So that's one reason that level is important. This level is relatively important because this level right here, this line, just because it's the highs of some of these days. I could probably go back. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of the highs of this swing high back in February of 23. This is an art. It's not a science. It's not going to be down to the penny, but it does give you levels to watch. So what's going to happen is if Bitcoin keeps doing this, okay, that's not a good look for Bitcoin at all. This was the day the ETFs were approved. We had a nice little pop after that. We tagged 49,000. I have this level marked because people have said between 48,000 and 50,000 for Bitcoin was going to be a tough level to break through. There was a lot of resistance there. It's a big psychological barrier, and that has proven to be the case. We are suffering from post ETF approval depression. Okay. So that's what we're going through. A lot of people are apparently taking profits. Price was running up on anticipation of the approvals. And now that the approvals have happened, we're seeing a fall. I made a few videos earlier today. We were sitting around 43,000. In the past 4 hours, we've already dropped below 42. I do expect after this big fall to break below this rising channel we've been in through December and to start challenging the 40,000 level again for Bitcoin. Some are even calling for below 40,000, not too far below, but somewhere in this level, 38 to 34, as a level to watch for Bitcoin to regain its footing, to base for a while before taking off and hopefully making new highs. And you can see why they're calling for that, because price stayed there from about the 24th of October, stayed there for a month. And so it was a good foundation there. And some are calling for it to get that low. I don't know if it will, but I am fairly certain, even looking at the weekly, look at this weekly on Bitcoin. That's nasty. Okay. A big wick here, and it is simply fallen, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to stop until we at least hit 40,000. I believe that's going to pull all of crypto down. I believe DOT will come along for the ride. It does look like it's going to break below the 7.3, and then we're going to be looking at this level right here between 7.3 and 6.3 for DOT, which is kind of where we were right here back in December. Now, this is not all doom and gloom. Let me remind you, I'm simply talking short term over the next few days / weeks. I'm not talking long term crypto. We could still be back here around 3.7 as we were in October. We could still be back here around 4 as we were about a year ago. We're not at those levels, and I don't see us getting to those levels, at least right now, unless everything falls out from Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts running down to the lower 30s. Hopefully that will not happen, but you can never tell. So as long as we keep having these lower lows and lower highs, I expect this level to break, following Bitcoin here soon. And this is where we're going to end up, in this level right here. And then we'll have to watch these levels. This will be another important level. This 6 to 6.3. Those are going to be important levels because we really don't want to give up 6 on Polkadot. We don't want to see sub 6s. That would be a different discussion we'd have to have as far as it really taking the top off of all that we have watched happen since November. So it is not roses right now. I think we have a little trouble ahead, but long term, I think there's still optimism, and we'll see what happens. I'll try to keep you updated. Be sure to check back.